Hi, I'm Nancy at Completely Quilted, and I'm going to show you how to use the double diamond ruler to create our table runner. The double diamond ruler pattern is an exclusive pattern from Completely Quilted. The ruler is a really fun tool to create a dimensional diamond shape. So the ruler comes with two sizes. It comes with a large size, which is what we used for our large 2 rows of diamonds. And then it also comes with a smaller size. And the smaller size was used to create the 2 ends of our table runner. So in our pattern, you use 3 fabrics. You're going to use your main fabric, which is a red, the contrast, which is blue, and then also a background fabric, which is white. And then you also need some fusible webbing. So we use steam a seam. So you're going to start by fusing your main and your contrast fabrics together. So I've already fused a piece of the steam a seam onto the back side of my red fabric. And so when I peel off that protective paper, I'm left with another side of fusible. And that's going to be ironed together to create one piece. So after I've ironed this, my red and blue, my 2 contrasting fabrics, are going to be one solid piece. So now that I've prepared my main fabric with my contrast, I'm ready to start cutting my double diamonds. So you take your fabric and you fold it together, and this fold is going to be where the point of our diamonds are going to be. So the diamond ruler has a little lip right here on the inside, and that lip is going to rest against the fold of your fabric. So the diamond also has little slits in it. So that ruler is going to allow us to not cut right on the edge, but to cut into the slits to create our diamonds. So with my rotary cutter, I'm going to cut into each slit all the way to the end. So to create a longer line of diamonds, I'm simply going to move my ruler down the edge of the fabric to create a longer row of diamonds. So you can see on this section, I've already cut it, and I've left about 1 inch on either side. That's going to allow me to have a seam allowance to square that up when I'm ready to sew my project together. So I've pressed it flat so it's much easier to fold all of my pieces back. So I'm going to just take a little glue stick and I'm going to glue each one of these folds underneath the last. So you can see that I'm getting kind of a square here of empty and then turning into blue. So every other strip will be folded back and underneath the previous one. So once you have all of your points folded and glued down, that glue is just temporary. We're going to sew this in the next step. So this is where you get your background fabric, and mine happens to be white. So my red, white, and blue quilt, you can see that the white fabric shows through and is the background for my diamonds. Once I've cut all my diamonds and I have my background fabric secured behind, I'm ready to stitch these down. So you can stitch them down with just a straight stitch, or you can choose a decorative stitch on your sewing machine. On this particular one, I chose a decorative star stitch to secure my diamonds in place. So these flaps are still visible and they're not secured down, but it gives you a 3-dimensional effect. They're not going anywhere because they've been sewn in place. And you can see on my table runner, I used a straight stitch to sew down all of my points through each one of these red points here. And also on my little diamonds, I used a straight stitch as well. So when I did this step, that was actually the quilting for my whole table runner. So I had my contrast and my main fabric cut with the diamonds on top of my background, and I also had my batting below that and my backing fabric So all of those stitching was also quilting my table runner at the same time that I was securing the points of my diamonds. Thank you for watching the double diamond table runner demonstration. You can purchase our pattern at www.completelyquilted.com or in our store in Ponca City, Oklahoma. Our store hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays from 10 to 4.